Alright guys, welcome back to Ingram Orchids and More. Today we're just going to do a real quick spotlight video. I'm behind the camera today, so y'all don't get to see my beautiful face, but you get to see this beauty right here. This guy here, or she, yeah, let's call her she, because it is RTH Elizabeth Palmer. Oh, let me get that in view. I hope that's focusing. So this is Elizabeth Palmer, and I will get the tag here so that you can see. RTH. So this is Rhyncattleanthe, I believe, is the pronunciation of the Notho genus there. And I've had this, when did I get this? This would have been last year. So I've had this as a division from one of our open house events. And I have this potted in lava rock. And you can see this first year, after a bare root division, you're not going to expect the plant to have pseudobulbs bigger than the previous bulbs. They're almost as big, and you can see there's quite a bit of root growth. It's not filled out the pot yet, but in a year's time it has definitely thrown out some amount of roots. And these two new bulbs here, one here and another here, and it looks like we're going to be getting flowers on 3 different spikes. And this is definitely not this plant's full potential, because we've had some monsters of this at the nursery. In the past I've cut up some big ones of these at work that were just gargantuan. And Elizabeth Palmer has the weird affinity of sometimes, not always, this one's not doing it, but sometimes when you get a growth to come out of the side, it will bifurcate and become too gross. And that's the only orchid I've ever seen do that. I don't know if that's like just a mutation thing, but let's talk about this plant. So it's going to have a lot of Rhyncattleanthe in the background, so it's going to grow like a weed. And it only blooms one time a year, but oftentimes when they do bloom, it's spectacular and they're long-lived flowers. And the smell is amazing. I don't know how to describe the smell. It's just a very powerful, classic floral smell. And it's beautiful. They tend to open up one color and they last, and the yellow kind of fades to orange or vice versa. I can't remember which one, but the color kind of changes hues. It becomes, I think, a little bit more orange as time goes on. So this is an excellent plant. And so if you get a chance to get one of these, I definitely recommend you do. Right now this guy's been living upstairs on the balcony, in partial shade. It gets filtered light through the lanai screen, but yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's pretty red because this plant's been out for most of these cold snaps. That's just the anthocyanin. A lot of these plants will start making more anthocyanin once they're stressed, even if it's not light stress. If cold stress can bring this out too. So it's probably about time these guys get some magnesium. And even with the cold, y'all can see down there, new roots. So the plant is still happy, still growing, and this is definitely one of my up and coming favorites. I say I've got a lot of favorites, and here shortly I might make a video on what my not favorites are, on plants that I really don't care too much about, because I say I love every plant, but there's some that I don't care for as much, and maybe we could do that video next, my least favorites. But so RTH Elizabeth Palmer, and I don't remember what the clonal name, this one may not have a clonal name, but there are a few of them out there. But yeah, I like the red picotee around the edges. It adds a real flair to the flower, a little bit of a color splash. Alright guys, just wanted to show you all that, and hope you all have a great night and a great rest of your day wherever you're at. Bye guys.